started setting up an encampment because we needed a space from which our voices could be heard. I knew that in joining the encampment, I was violating university policy. I was prepared to accept disciplinary consequences and even arrest because I believed that speaking out was constitutionally protected and, more importantly, the right thing to do.
I was in the front row when the police came in. They gave us an order to disperse, as they said camping was an illegal activity. But I did not disperse because I was not camping. I was simply exercising my right to assembly and to free speech.
We started linking arms, hoping to defend our encampment and our freedom to assemble and protest this grievance to the government about the tuition, about the fee hikes, about the funding.
An officer walked up to me and started stabbing me in the ribs with her baton as I screamed at her that I was a peaceful demonstrator and not resisting her in any way. How could I? My arms were behind my back.
I was struck in the stomach 2 times before a third blow to my lower rib cage knocked the wind from me.
I was hit in the jaw, knocked to the ground by police.
They proceeded to beat me over and over again with their baton. This whole side of my body is bruised.
I was beaten by completely unprovoked police officers while my fingers were making peace signs. I saw the people on either side of me take hit after hit and never strike back. Never at any point did I see one of my fellow students engage in violence.
I was underneath a pile of students. Just images in my head of being trampled were running over and over again. I was screaming help.
When she continued to beat me, and I started to realize that I was being seriously injured, I was later found to have a fractured rib. I buckled over. I turned to ask what the charges were, and an officer punched me in the head. I wouldn't believe my own memory of what happened, except that it was captured on video and broadcast around the world.
I was and am still infuriated by the proposed fee hikes, which would make it impossible for students like me who have transferred from a city college, take out student loans and still work a part-time job to attend this public university.
I've spent a lot of time in tears, wondering whether I need to take a step back and return to my studies as if nothing has happened. But I can't pretend like nothing has happened. A line has been crossed. Reasonable people can disagree about how to fund public education. Reasonable people should not disagree, however, that peaceful protest should not be met with beatings.
I chose Berkeley for its history of activism and free speech. But when you have an administration that mocks this with police brutality, the administration needs to change.
And so I say to Chancellor Bergenau, I am willing to face the consequences of my actions. Are you?
Although what happened on Wednesday was disturbing, the violence used on behalf of the administration, this will not deter my participation in the movement. I plan to strike on Tuesday. Woo!
My fellow students and I have decided what our priorities are, and we hope you will stand with us in this fight to refund public education.